Okay, so this is a support video for your math test today. There are 4 pages, and I will go through just a couple questions on each page, so you have that for a reference. This is all work we've been doing over the last week or two. For your test today, you will want to have a calculator, and a pencil, and an eraser. So for the first 2 pages, we are converting fractions to decimals. You are looking at proper fractions on the first page. And on the second page, you're looking at mixed numbers. So this is calculator work. And if you understand what to do, it probably feels pretty straightforward. What we're doing is we're taking the top number and dividing it by the bottom number. And then we are only looking at kind of the first 3 numbers after the decimal. So in this first question, I'm going to take 14 and divide it by 16. And I'm going to get 0.875. And then let's do another one. Let's find my calculator. Where'd it go? Here it is. All clear. 11 divided by 13. And there we go, a nice big long decimal. But remember, we're only going to take the first 3 numbers, so the tenths, hundredths, thousandths numbers, and we're going to get 0 decimal. I forget. Was it 846? Let's check again. 846. Okay, and that's what you're going to do just to complete that page. One thing that you will notice, because these are proper fractions, which means it has a smaller numerator than denominator, you're going to end up with a 0 in the ones column every single time. Let's move on to page 2. Page 2 is your mixed number. Remember, a mixed number tells you how many wholes you have, and then the fraction of whatever is left over, the part of a whole that might be left over. So in this first one, we have 5 whole items, and then we have 3/10 left over. So I'm going to grab my text tool, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to write the whole amount that I have. It says I have 5, so I'm going to do 5, and then I'm going to add my decimal. And then I'm going to use the calculator calculation that I can do to convert this fraction into a decimal number. So I'm going to take the numerator and divide it by the denominator. All clear on my calculator. 3 divided by 10 is going to give me 0.3. And I'm only interested in the number kind of after the decimal, because I already know I have a 5 in the ones column. My mixed number, my 5 told me that. So I have 5.3. And let's do 2 more from this page. So I've got a mixed number of 3 and 17/20, or 3 and 17 over 20. So before I even calculate, I can do 3, because that's my whole number decimal. Get out my calculator, all clear. And 17 divided by 20 equals decimal 8.5. So I'm going to put the 8.5 after my decimal to have an answer of 3.85. Let's do one more. Again, I've got 5 whole items, and I've got 64 hundredths. Oops. Changed my color to blue by accident. All right, all clear. And 64 divided by 100. I know that's going to be decimal 64, but if you don't believe me, the calculator just proved me right. And I'm going to take that 64 and put it to the right of my decimal to have an answer of 5.64. Okay, you're going to chomp through this page. All right, and then we have a couple just visual pages, right? It's not going to take you long, maybe. Here we have improper fractions with a visual model, and you need to figure out what the mixed number is. So remember, a mixed number tells you how many whole items we have. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 whole items. And then what's left over? Well, we're looking at the shaded part, not the white part. But in this one, you get the same answer either way. We've got 1 section out of 2. And that's how you solve these. And then we go down, and this is just going the other way. So now we have a page where it's telling us what we have, how many holes we have, and then what's left over. So it says in our mixed number, we have 4 whole items, and we have 5/6 filled in the 6th item, or in the 5th item. And we want to write that as an improper fraction. An improper fraction, it just counts how many sixths we have all together. So I'm going to start counting my sixths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. That makes sense, right? Because 6 times 4 is 24. Could have just skipped to that. And then 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. So I've got 29 over, this is the tricky part, the denominator does not change. It still takes 6 pieces to make a whole thing, so there's a 6 on the bottom. That's a correct answer. Okay, hopefully this video helps you out as you work on your math today. And if I don't see you, make sure you have a great weekend.